How you guys doing? Good to see everyone. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I have a meeting this morning, so I'm running in here to uh, just spend some time with you, to share a few nuggets, and then I'm running out. I am Anita Gibson. I am a coach, speaker, educational strategist, and the author of Starfinder. And it's a book that helps parents with strategies to help their struggling students win. So today I want to talk about stop focusing on your weaknesses. Good morning. Good to see you, Vanessa. Hello, MJ. Stop focusing on your weaknesses. This was a hard one for me. And this is called the Freedom Forum because it's a place where I actually kind of tell you some of my, faults and failings. And I share with you how God has helped me to get over some stuff. Good morning, Felicia. Hey, Janine. Good to see you. And so in the hope that you might hear, that, wow, if she could get over that, then I can too. And it's a wonderful thing to be free. Free from the past and free from habits and free from wrong thinking. And it's just wonderful to be free. And so stop focusing on weaknesses. When my husband and I, before I knew he was going to be my husband, good morning, Tasha, we were friends. We started a firm, an architectural firm. He was an architect. I was into business and that kind of thing. And so I handled the business side of things and he handled the architectural side. And I decided I was going to go to school. Good morning, honey. I decided I was going to go to school and learn drafting so I could help him with some of the work. And I went to that drafting class, and I'm a type A personality. So if I come in and do something, I'm going to do it top notch. And I got in that class and I studied and I, got good grades on the test. But when it came time to draft, I was just only an average. I was only average at it, no matter how hard I tried, no matter how more focused I got. At the end of that class, I got a C, which was devastating for me because I did everything A. But I finally realized that I'm only going to be C, average, at something that is a weakness for me. It's not a strength. And so I don't care how much energy you put into it. I don't care how much time you spend. If you're dealing with an area where you're weak in, the best you will only be able to get to is average. And the sooner you realize that, the better you'll be able to begin to navigate life. And there's some things that you just need to let go. You know what I mean? Like, do you know people who, they're rappers or singers or dancers, they're graphic artists, but they're just average at it. Now, I don't want to go through my whole life doing stuff that I'm only average at, because when I get to strengths, when I get to areas where I'm strong and I'm gifted in those things, man, I can take that thing. You can take that thing to the zenith. I mean, a strength can be as big, as strong, as wide as you spend time building it, as you spend time training and working and getting better at it. That's where you need to spend your time. There's so many of us, we shame ourselves because we're not good at like somebody else. Like, I will never be like, this top-notch cleaner who you can take a white glove and you can touch stuff in my house. Some of you guys are that because that's a strength for you. And you do it fantastically well. But if I sit around all day and try to be that, I will never be good at it. Just average, because that's not my strength. And so we shame ourselves. We look at other people. We look at what they can do, and we think to ourselves, man, I wish I could do that. No, that's not how God made you. And so if you spend your energy comparing yourself to somebody else, then you don't become the best version of who God made you to be. Good morning, Sakithia. And so if you want to get to your sweet spot, so to speak, in life, you have to figure out what your strengths are. They're actually staring you in your face. Because usually what we're good at, we don't even think about it. We don't give any value to it. It's just, it's just who we are. We don't even see it as something special. We don't see it as something important because it comes to us so naturally, we don't even have to think about it. Sakithia, good morning. So that's the deal. Today, I'm trying to encourage you. Stop shaming yourself because you can't do blah, blah, blah like someone else. What can you do? What has God created you to do? What has he created you to be? Look, go find somebody else to do that stuff that you're struggling at. This is what I tell people. Get your weakness up to the place where it doesn't hinder you, where it doesn't trip you up. That's all you need to do. And if you need to, hire somebody else to do the stuff that you're not good at. Find some teenagers that can help you with some things that you really don't like to do, and begin to spend your energy on what you have been gifted with by God to do. So if I'm a kind of fairly unorganized person, and so I just had to work on that to the point that it got me to a place where I could find the things I needed, that I wasn't tripping over stuff. I had to get it to a certain level, but over time, I got better at it, but just enough so it wasn't tripping me up. And then when I really need a good deep down clean in an area of the house, I call somebody in and ask them to do it for me, because that's just the way it is. And I don't have to be ashamed about that, because that is not my area of strength. But I tell you, when you get the shame out and when you stop trying to get better in an area that is not your strength, you'll be amazed at the energy and time you have for the things that God has created you to be and the things that he has created you to do. So today, I want to encourage you to celebrate who God has made you to be. Stop allowing people to say, oh, that's weird, or that's strange, or why is she like that? Because God made me that way. Now, I'm not talking about bad habits or sinful behavior. We never say God made us that way, because he's not okay with that. But I'm talking about just the way you are. Like when I was coming up, I was known as weird. That's how people, refer to me. She's a black girl, but, she likes Caucasian music, and, she listens to opera and, this, that, and the other. Yeah, I do. And I like that stuff. And, when I was younger, I didn't know that. So I felt ashamed of who I was, of the things that for whatever reason I was attracted to, that I liked. And so I let people shut me down until I grew up. And I began to realize that nobody can do Anita. Nobody can be Anita like Anita. And that as long as I'm listening to those other voices, I'm actually hindering myself from becoming what God has called me to be, my best version of me. And so, whatever that thing is that you keep trying to get better at, but you're still only average, I give you permission this morning to let it go. Love you guys. Have a fantastic morning. Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate it. Thanks for the comments, guys. That's right, Sakithia. Do you, boo. Become the best version of you, because nobody else can. All right, guys, if you think that this was helpful, please feel free to share it. I really would appreciate if you would do that for me. Have a fantastic day. Love you.